Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? That's what you're wondering. Well, we're at the top of Paphos Avenue. So basically, if you're coming down from Tasada, this is the main road down straight through Paphos. And this is the road where all the big shops, super shops, we'll call them by Cyprus standards, and of course the odd car dealer. You've got Unicars, which is Volkswagen branded, Audi. You've got Onyx on this side if you want yourself a Bugatti Veyron, a Lamborghini, a Bentley or a Rolls Royce, and I'm not joking, that's where you would go. If you want something lesser like a humble BMW, that's where you go. If you want a Nissan Sunny, perhaps the dealer next door. So there's lots of people in downtown Paphos with lots and lots of money. There's one or two Rolls Royce columns around. In fact, I just saw a Rolls Royce Ghost, and to be honest, I'm in love. And if you want to go and buy yourself a McLaren or a G-Wagon, how about Pan Motors on the right hand side there? Or if you want to go and get some plant chemicals for your garden, Plant Fix on the left hand side. And of course summer's coming, so you've got Sotis DIY again on the left hand side here. If you want some outdoor furniture, that could be the place to go. There we are. So as you can see in the distance, that is Midtown Paphos, downtown Paphos, and a little bit further yonder of course is the blue Mediterranean Sea. Getting late in the day, the sun, well, that seems to have buggered off. Hopefully it's going to come back next week. Otherwise, I think myself and Marika are in big trouble, because I noticed from the comments one or two people are going to be scalping us if that sun doesn't come out. So we're going to do a sun dance every single day, that's for sure. Oh, sun's come back out. There we are. It's coming from behind the clouds. We're having some really strange weather at the moment. A lot of dust and a mist that keeps coming off that blue Mediterranean Sea. But if you're curious to know about the temperature, that's not too bad, because if your name is Miss Dawn, you've got a husband called Mr. Sean, you've got a cat that you stole from downtown Cyprus a while back, and of course a dog called Bobo, who now and again likes to go and buy a coffee for Mr. Paul. Thanks, Mr. Bobo. Well, Miss Dawn, the temperature, if you're curious to know, is around about 22 degrees. So that's not bad, to be honest. And here comes that sun again, and it's glistening on the front screen, and the black paintwork, which is looking a bit dirty on the S-Class. We're going to pop to a car wash and get it cleaned up, because it's weekend time, isn't it? So where are we now? Well, this is the crossroads. If you go left, you'd go to Anabargos and the Fountain roundabout, if you go hunting back through some of the videos. If you go right, you would head out towards Ember, and then you'd have a choice to go back down to the Old Town and Clorica, or to go to Ember and Satala. But we're not going either left or right, no, we're going straight. And we're going to go down to the area which we call Hell. Why is it called Hell? Because they're doing a lot of big diggering along this road. Slowly but surely it is getting finished, but of course it crescendos as it hits the Old Town, and that, believe me or not, is absolute hell. So sit back and relax. Well, that's where we're going. And yes, lady, so sweet Caroline, there's a lot of holy macarooning going on, and he's not talking about dropping the pension age or putting the pension age up. Oh no, he's on about digging the roads up. Yeah, his name's Fidonis, he's the mayor of Paphos. He's a good guy, and he's got Paphos in his blood, and he intends to make Paphos one of the greatest towns in the universe. That's his plan anyway. It'll take him a few years, because it's been neglected over the tenure of the last mayor, and even the one before that, to be honest. And the roads, well, shall we say, the network's not bad, but the road surfacing is not very good. As you notice now, this road's quite new. This one's just been finished, this top part of the road, and nice pavements if you want to park a car on. Nice roundabout here, which allows you to go down towards Clorica or the Old Town, but we're going to keep going straight. Let's let this chappie go across. They're going to go across. No, they're going to be very patient, and they're going to wait for the traffic lights to change, which is, I suppose, quite sensible. Otherwise, they could have got splattered. But as you may notice if you follow the channel, I'm pretty courteous as I drive around. I understood quite a few years ago now, even in my younger years, that racing around doesn't get you there any quicker. There's things called people, there's things called dogs, there's cats, there's policemen in blue uniforms with those speed guns, and there's an awful lot of traffic and traffic lights on the road. So to be honest, you can race and rag as fast as you want, but guess what? You won't get there any quicker, and the odds are you'll be even later, because one of those boys in blue will catch you, pull you over, and the snail will come past you sniggering and laughing. So I understand a lot of people understand what I'm on about, so try and drive with a bit of respect. You're not going to get there any faster, that's for sure. You're really, really not. So this part of Paphos, what we're going to call this part of Paphos? Well, this is Midtown Paphos. You've got bakeries around here. Coming up down here, you've got a kids' clothes shop. What else have we got? We've got a coffee shop coming up down here. We've got a dental clinic upstairs, a very good one. That's where I go for my dental work. And then we've got Bionic. That's this shop, electrical shop. On the left-hand side, you've got the donut box over there on the right. Used to have the Bank of Cyprus there, but that's gone. Someone robbed that blind. What's going on down here? Oh, Calm and Water. So if you live in Paphos, or you're moving to Paphos, and you want a water filtration system, well, Calm and Water, they're probably the oldest firm in Paphos doing it, and probably one of the best. So if you want perfect water, that's where you go. Coffee Lab for coffee. And as you can see now, we're getting into the big diggering area. So a lot of potholes still on this road, to be honest, because it's a brand new road. But anyway, here we go. We're about to descend into hell. On our way, we will go past a friend of mine, Mr. Marios, with the Honda dealership, and then his brother operates the service at the back. That's Klinos. So they are the main agents in Paphos for Honda and Peugeot. And as you can see, there's the Peugeot sign, and hiding up a bit yonder in the red is the Honda sign as well. So you want a brand new Honda, or a second-hand one, or a Peugeot, that's where you'd go. Simple as that. Now, here we go. We are descending very rapidly in towards the Old Town. We've got a Papa Antonio supermarket on the right-hand side, so that's Paps in the centre of town. Whenever you hear anyone mention Paps, they mean Papa Antonio supermarket, because, well, even the locals abbreviate it to Paps supermarket. So if you go over there to the right, you would go into the Old Town. This road here has had an awful lot of infrastructure, and they've even knocked buildings down, as you may have noticed, in and around. They're putting a big roundabout in. That used to be a French bank before that one got robbed. Petrol station, what's the price of benzene? It's coming down, you know, 146.8. That's quite cheap, isn't it? I remember it was 199.8 not that long ago. So on that note, if you're wondering how the channel is funded, well, it's very, very simple. You click through to our About page. There's a little icon called Buy Me a Coffee. Hit it once or twice. Very, very much appreciated. We pop your money in the tank, and we drive around making videos especially for you. And if you want a special video, drop it in the comments, hit the button once or twice, and guess what? That video will be coming for you very, very soon. To be honest, hell wasn't too bad, was it? Because slowly but surely now, the road is coming to a conclusion, shall we say. Where are we now? Well, you can go left to the municipality area of Paphos, shall we say. You used to be able to go right here by the main Bank of Cyprus, which is that building just over yonder on the right-hand side, but now it's a one-way system. And then to the rear of the Bank of Cyprus, that's the Old Town. Great place to go, by the way. A lot of people overlook the Old Town, and I don't really understand why, because I know it's all about sunbathing and it's all about the promenade and the harbour, but to walk up from the harbour hotels, it's going to take you about 30 minutes. Now, I understand if your name's Miss Justine, you've got a husband called Mr. Tony, and sorry, Mr. Andy, I apologise profusely, and of course a little dog called Mr. Ollie, who's been tampered with, yes, those people, all the way out in Staffordshire. You're going to walk it in about 15-20 minutes, because you're very, very fit and you do like a good hike. But most normal people, perhaps with children, pushchairs, those kind of things, or slightly older like myself, will take probably 30 minutes to get up here. And there's plenty of places to get a drink of water, a can of Coke, or watering holes, as I say, on the way up and down, because going back down, of course, you can just roll down, because it's all downhill. Well, most of it's downhill. So please spend the time to come up one morning and have a little look around the Old Town, because there's been lots of improvements. You've got lots of open air cafe shops, and there's a cake shop called Alan's Cake Patisserie, and well, he makes some very, very nice cakes. They're gluten free. You can make a special cake for you, anniversary cake, birthday cakes, all those kind of things. And if you only want a coffee, he'll make you a great coffee as well. And a great little parade of shops, and well, there's a carob shop in there, there's a couple of jewellery shops in there, There's a nice restaurant in there as well. So the old town is definitely worth a visit. Lots of nice gift shops, some cheap ones, some expensive ones, and I'm sure you'll find the perfect gift for that perfect person back wherever you may be from. So where are we now? Well, Kennedy Square, that's the structure on the right hand side, and that's the main entrance from uptown Paphos into the area known as the Old Town. So shall we go straight or shall we go to the right? I think we'll go to the right, and we'll head down one of the roads that was big digged, and now it's open, although the final surface is not on it, but it has been big digged, and they've put all the infrastructures down, and oh my god, the lights are on red. What's going on in the world, eh? We're getting held up again. See that, Miss Andrea? I'm having to stop at these red lights. If only these two people would get out of my way, I could have gone straight through. But there we are, Kennedy Square to the right hand side. On the left hand side over there with the green shutters to the side of this white van, that is the former Paphos police station, which has been, well, half of it was knocked down, and then they've been doing some new paving. There's a bit of a fountain going on over there, and I think they're going to restore that part and make it into a police museum. Well, that's what we were told. We will wait and see what happens. Sometimes we're told the truth, and sometimes we're told figments of people's imagination. Who knows? But Kennedy Square, to be honest, again, at night time, as you can see, there's Sushi and More just over there. That's the orangey brownie building. And then over here, you've got the Tanya Shopping Centre on my right hand side. Two cafes outside there. And at night time, I promise you, it crescendos into life, and it really is a bit of a hub for locals, tourists, and foreigners alike. So multiculturalism is the word, isn't it? Lots of people like to mix up here, all sorts of different nationalities. Local Cypriots, local expats, some of them are British, some of them are German, Bulgarian, Romanian. There's an awful lot of nationalities mixing in the pot in downtown Paphos, that's for sure. The main language that they speak, of course, is English. Some people's English is better than others, and some people's is pretty poor, like mine. But of course, my English is getting poorer and poorer, because my English is getting stolen by the most beautiful woman in the world, and of course her name is Miss Ochin Gracivia Labouf, Miss Marika. Now, if you're wondering where she is, perhaps you've missed the little updates that I've been giving you. She popped over to see her mum, and for those of you who follow the channel, you understand that unfortunately Edward, her father, her mother Hope's husband, died on New Year's Eve. Not the best time to have died, but obviously he didn't plan it that way, but unfortunately he did, and hopefully we'll see him again in another life. But anyway, he left he left our planet, shall we say, for a while, and obviously his wife was devastated, and around Easter she was starting to feel a bit down. So I said to Marika, tell you what, go and get on a big bird, hop over and go and pay your mum a visit, and cheer her up for a couple of weeks, and do some Easter egg painting and that kind of stuff. So that's where she is, and she's doing fine. Her mum and her are dancing the Chuchuchki down the main streets of Tbilisi. Well, they're not actually, but you know what I'm saying. And they sit there watching romance movies and all those kind of things as you do, and perhaps eat a bit of chocolates and have a bit of souvla and those kind of things. Anyway, she'll be back in another week to 10 days. So in the meantime, you've got to put up with me as I mosey on down in and around Paphos and the surrounding area. Some people like this part of the channel, and I understand that perhaps some people don't. But please bear with us. She'll be back soon, and then we'll be back to the normal routine, and dancing down Quai Paphos Promenade, having a chat with people who want to chat with us, obviously, and having a sit down and have a drink. Tonight I've been very, very kindly invited out to go and eat with the Barnhawks. So that's John and Louise, and on top of that, Miss Fern and Harry the keeper are coming with us as well. So that's the daughter, Miss Fern, a superstar amongst superstars, and of course Mr. Harry the keeper, who one of these days is going to put a ring on that finger. Otherwise, we're going to chop his hands off. Very, very simple. I might have a word with him tonight, to be honest. No, he's a nice lad. He really, really is. He's not a lad. He's a fully grown man, and he dwarfs me. So perhaps I'll be quite careful with the words I say to him. He's a nice lad. Anyway, looking forward to my din-dins tonight. Going down to the Chloe's restaurant on the Quai Paphos Promenade. Probably the best Chinese restaurant in Paphos, although there's the Imperial and there are one or two others as well. So let's keep going, stick with us for a little bit longer, and we'll drive straight over the Paphos Mall roundabout, and we'll go straight down to the downtown Cape of Paphos Harbour, and you never know, you might get a spectacular view out across that blue Mediterranean Sea. Now, I want to say a big shout out to some of the people who help to support the channel. Dayman, thank you very, very much. John Louise Barnhawk, thank you very, very much. Lady so sweet Caroline, and of course Lord Nigel Big Guns, thank you very much. The twins known as Double Trouble, or as I call them, a couple of pains. That's Lord Jeremy and Lord Simon Bain. Thank you very, very much for your contributions to the channel, and it's very, very much appreciated. It really, really is. And there's lots of new people coming on board. Pam Davison, thank you very much, and say thank you to Brian for the coffees that you bought us. It is very, very much appreciated, and I truly hope that he likes the trainers that he's bought. Yes, he was inspired. This is Pam Davison. We met her last year on the promenade. They're coming out again soon. Her husband Brian spotted my Under Armour blue sports shoes, or trainers, athletic shoes, whatever people choose to call them, and he liked them so much that he popped down to the shop and he's bought a pair. But he's a much cleverer man than me. He bought 2 pairs, and I believe that these are the most comfortable sports shoes for my feet that I've ever bought. So I might pop back and see if they've got another pair, and because I've got a special pair. I've got all my shoes blue, if you understand me, but I've got 2 or 3 special pairs. One pair is a Fila brand, and they were bought by the superstar Miss Andrea all the way over in Norfolk, so I'm not allowed to get them wet. So to be honest, I don't wear them very often. I like them and they're very, very comfortable, but I worry about damaging them, because I understand that she'll attack me with a lettuce or something, because when she's not attacking Mr. Mart with a lettuce, she then will be attacking me. So this is the road from the Paphos Mall straight down to the Cape of Paphos Harbour and Promenade area. So stick with us for that a little bit longer, and we're going to get a great view, that's for sure, because the sky, that's blue. The sea, I'm pretty sure it's blue. Mr. Paul, he's dressed head to toe in blue. All that's missing is you. Why not get yourself on that big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy? Miss Kath, Mr. Stephen, all the way from Inverness, I know you're somewhere in downtown Cape of Paphos, and I promise you, one of these days I'm going to find you and I'm going to accost you, that's for sure. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you very, very soon. Feast your eyes and digest. This is the downtown Cape of Paphos Harbour area, and that sea is looking absolutely spectacular indeed. See you very, very soon in the next one. Thanks for watching. Pretty busy, as you can see, and most of the people are walking around in shorts and t-shirts, so that means the temperature cannot be too bad. Can it, Miss Dawn? 22 degrees. Thanks for watching.